We've all been there. Someone asks you to do something and you want to say no, but for some reason your mouth says yes. And suddenly you're drowning in a pile of tasks you didn't sign up for. Ever felt like you're stuck in a loop of yes, I can help, only to find yourself on the verge of a mental breakdown? I've been there, and let me tell you, the secret to regaining control of your life is surprisingly simple. It's the power of saying no. Sounds easy, right? But why do we struggle so much with it? Well, buckle up. Today, we're diving into the magical art of saying no, why it's not as scary as it seems, and how it can actually make you happier and more successful. You might even start saying it more often after this. Why we struggle to say no. Let's be honest. We've all had that moment when someone asks for a favor and we immediately feel the pressure to say yes. Maybe it's a friend who wants you to come out for a last-minute hangout when you're already burnt out, or a colleague who needs you to help with a project, even though you've got your own deadlines looming. You feel guilty, like you're letting them down. You think, if I say no, they'll think I'm rude, selfish, or just not a good friend. Here's the thing. Guilt is a master manipulator. It convinces you that you must always put others first, even if it means running yourself into the ground. But that's a trap. The more you say yes to things you don't want to do, the less you have to say yes to the things that actually matter to you. The power of no, taking back your time. So, why does saying no hold such power? Well, when you say no, you're essentially creating space in your life, space for what you actually care about. Think of it like cleaning out a closet that's been stuffed with things you don't need. When you get rid of the clutter, you suddenly have room for the things that actually bring you joy, success, and peace of mind. Let's take a real-life example. You've probably been asked to attend a family event that you're just not feeling. Maybe you're already overwhelmed with work, or maybe you're just craving a quiet night in. If you say yes, you'll drag yourself through the event, feeling drained and probably wishing you were somewhere else the whole time. But if you say no, you free up that time for something you truly enjoy. Maybe it's a movie night with yourself or catching up on your favorite hobby. That's the power of no. It's not about rejecting people or being rude. It's about protecting your own time and energy. Why no is a form of self-respect. Now, here's the kicker. Saying no isn't just about freeing up your time. It's about respecting yourself. It's like putting your own oxygen mask on before helping others. If you're always saying yes to everyone else's demands, you'll have nothing left for yourself. And then, what's the point? Imagine this. You're at work, and your boss asks you to take on an extra project. You're already swamped, but you say yes, thinking it's the right thing to do. A few days later, you're buried under work, feeling stressed out and snapping at everyone around you. Did saying yes help anyone? Nope. You're not helping yourself, and you're definitely not helping others. In fact, you might even end up doing a poor job because you're overwhelmed. When you say no, you're giving yourself the space to show up as your best self. You're telling the universe, hey, I matter too. And guess what? People will respect you more for it. The fear of no, debunking common myths. But let's get real for a second. We all have a little fear of saying no. We worry about how others will react, what they'll think, or if they'll still like us. But here's the truth. Most of the time, our fear is totally unfounded. You know that friend who always asks you for help with their problems but never offers to return the favor? Yeah, that person might give you the side eye if you say no, but the reality is they'll probably respect you more for setting a boundary. In fact, they might even start valuing your time and energy a lot more People tend to respect strength, and standing up for your own needs is a sign of strength. And here's the other thing. Saying no doesn't mean you're cutting people off or being cold. It's just about being honest. Hey, I'd love to help, but I'm really stretched thin right now, is way better than silently resenting the situation later. How to say no, like a pro. Okay, now you're convinced, but how do you say no without feeling like the world is going to end? Here are a few tips to help you say it with confidence. Be direct, but kind. You don't need to make excuses. Just be honest. A simple, "I can't commit to that right now," is enough. Use I statements. Take ownership of your feelings. I'm really focused on my current project, so I can't take on anything new right now. This puts the focus on your needs, not the other person's. Offer an alternative. If you feel bad, you can still help. In other ways, I can't help you with that, but I can suggest someone who might be able to. Practice. Saying no can be uncomfortable at first. Start small. Try saying no to a coffee invite when you're too busy, or politely declining an extra task at work. The more you do it, the easier it gets. The freedom of saying no. And here's the best part. Saying no actually gives you more freedom. Freedom to prioritize your health, your career, your hobbies, and the things that truly make you happy. When you stop stretching yourself too thin, you create space for the things that truly matter. Imagine a life where you're not constantly scrambling to meet everyone else's demands. You've got time for that morning workout, you're not working late into the night on unnecessary projects, and you've got weekends to relax instead of running around like a chicken with its head cut off. That, my friend, is the power of saying no. Closing. So, next time someone asks you for something that doesn't align with your priorities, don't be afraid to say no. It's not about being selfish. It's about being self-aware. You're protecting your energy, your time, and your well-being. And honestly, the world will keep spinning just fine if you say no sometimes. Now go out there and start embracing the power of no. Who knows? You might just find yourself more energized, more focused, and living a life that truly aligns with what you care about. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a little reminder of how powerful saying no can be. See you in the next video, and remember, it's okay to say no. You've got this.